and welcome back to Trash It. It's a summery day in London. We're like 25 degrees, aren't we?
26.
Damn, it's boiling. Okay, so as popular demand, we decided to bring man of the hour. So guys, give it up, or ladies, give it up for Steve.
Welcome, Steve.
Welcome, Steve.
Thank you.
So, what we're going to be talking about today is like 2 dimensions, but I'm going to say it first and then I'll let Steve do his disclaimer because he did ask me, I wanted to do this. So, we're going to be talking or trashing it on why do men cheat?
Yeah, why?
Why exactly?
Well, it's a big subject. So look, the disclaimer is this is strictly opinion. I'm not no serial cheater, right, or anything like that. I'm in a loving relationship and I love my missus, so. But
I love you, Tara.
I have friends with guys, you know, I've got loads of friends, and you know, before Tara, I wasn't a guy that was really into relationships, so I feel that I can talk on this subject.
Brilliant. So, ladies, what say you? Why do men cheat?
Well, I think you got to unpack.
Or should we start off?
Yeah.
What do you consider as cheating?
Well, this is it. This is it. And it's changed over the years.
Has it?
It has. For me, it has. So I can only speak from my own perspective. So you know, like now, because I'm in a relationship, I look at it like even flirting is now considered cheating for me because it's a disrespect to my other half. Right? So I'm very conscious of not doing that because I've been told I'm a natural flirt.
Yes, you are.
Right.
I'm related to him.
I can't. I don't even know I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just that guy. So for me, I have to be very aware of that. That look, listen, is this appropriate? And the other thing is as well is to understand that. If my missus was talking to a guy or whatever, it wouldn't bother me in that regards. But I know that it might bother my missus, so therefore I won't do it.
So why
there's
wouldn't it bother you? She was talking to somebody else.
Because I believe men and women can be friends.
Okay, great. Yeah.
What some people don't.
And because you trust her.
And because I trust her, I'm not
okay.
a suspicious guy like that. Look, anyone can get cheated on, but I'm not someone who thinks about it all the time. It doesn't even occur to me to think about it. Now, if the situation ever arose, I'll deal with it as I see I need to. But I don't really think about it like that. So to come back to unpack the question, what I would say is that first of all, you have to define cheating. There's what stage of life the person is at, because when I was younger, what I would consider cheating would only be physical cheating. Sexual cheating. Kissing.
Touching, whatever.
Maybe not even kissing when I was younger.
I love.
Even holding hands.
Holding hands for me, that was nothing. Now, all of those things are off the table. You can't do that. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, it's one of those things you have to explore. What stage of life we're talking about? We have to explore, you know, what the person defines as cheating, what is mutually defined as cheating between you and your partner. You know, we live in a world where people are doing crazy things. Some people, they do that. That's their life, and they're both okay with it. Do you know what I mean? So there's different things.
I think the reason why men cheat is because they're never satisfied.
Never.
Some men. Okay. I'm gonna rephrase that.
Disclaimer.
Some men, because there's some really good men out there. So I'm not gonna, rub it all, on all of them. So the reason why some men cheat is because they're never satisfied. Some of them, it's ancestral. Okay, they've been. Yes,
the ancestors are cheats.
The ancestors are full of
in their blood.
Do you understand? Yes, it's in their blood, it's in their DNA. Do you understand? Because you could be married to the most beautiful woman in the world and she gives you everything the way you want it. Sex, food, children, career, everything. But then it's the house help, that is not on point that you would find attractive and think, oh, I've done it all now. Let me go.
Step it down.
But when you say that, but would you say that is, as you say, DNA, or would you just say that is psychologically something is wrong?
That's why I said it's in the DNA.
Steve, are men not genetically modified to be monogamous? Because that's what
There's a theory that we're not.
Really?
Yeah, there's a theory that we're not, and that theory is the fact that we still continue to produce sperm.
Oh yeah, till you're
right? You don't produce one sperm to impregnate one woman. You produce thousands. So there's a theory that says we're not supposed to be monogamous, right? There's a theory, and if you go back in time ancestrally, even in our family, in like 2 generations back, we have, you know, grandparents that have married multiple wives.
Our grandfather has got 25 wives.
Well, there you go. So,
My
so
grandfather
when you
too.
look at that, you think to yourself, it's actually seen as a sign of wealth and opulence to be able to maintain. Because it's very important that you maintain these women, you look after them, you look after all the kids equally. So traditionally, if we go back in our African heritage, we weren't supposed to be monogamous, and it's a new thing for us. Now, obviously, times have changed. Me personally, 1 woman is more than enough for me because it's too much headache. Right, let's keep it real. It's too much headache. To be running around, I've got too much to do with my life. I haven't got time to maintain.
But you think, can I butt in? Do you think that's why the Muslim, they have that rule as well, that if you can't afford 7 wives, I think that's what they're allowed, isn't it? Is it? No, I think some.
Don't be giving them
virgins in the afterlife.
No, because I was talking to a Muslim guy, and he was saying,
let's
in
rein
his
it in.
country, you can.
You can have 4 if you can love them
in his country.
equally,
If you
provide for them equally. You can't be partial. 4.
This is what I'm saying. So even if you look in that culture, you know, monogamy is not a thing.
No.
So, you know, that consideration has to be taken. But that being said, as I mentioned, we're in a new age now where, you know, it is 1 man, 1 woman. But I think a lot of it is, and I think when you are discussing things like cheating, because women cheat too.
Yeah, of course.
Right, so let's not think it's just simply men.
Yeah, well, we're talking about men.
We're talking about men today specifically, but what I'm saying is women do too. But you have to separate a relationship on so many levels. So you say the woman is giving him everything and he's still going to cheat. I would argue that perhaps she isn't.
Okay.
Or probably he's bored. You say as well.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Because there's always that one thing that she hasn't given to him that she doesn't know about.
Exactly.
And he will go and find it somewhere else.
And I'm not trying to victim blame right here, but maybe she isn't. And it's not an excuse because personally for me, if you've made that commitment to one person, you should stick to that commitment. And if you find that your mind is changing, you need to sit down and have a conversation
But can I
to
say
explore
something?
why.
Would you say it's because the woman is not giving, or is it because he's bored and, as you say, things change?
I think it's a combination. I think that there's something missing in his relationship that he needs, right? But I also think there should be an onus on him to address that. And it's not always easy, because what it is that he's missing might be something that he feels he can't communicate with his woman.
Oh, okay.
So it comes down to communication.
Would that be on something like more sexual than meaning cleaning the house, cooking, or
kids.
picking up the kids? Or
The natural
not having-
inclination is to think it's something sexual, but it's not always a sex thing. It might just be the way she makes him feel. She might not make him feel
Like a man.
like a man.
Yeah.
You know, she might be taking away some of that from him. You know, you might not feel like she's got his back. It could be so many different things.
In your disclaimer, you mentioned that. Okay, maybe you didn't in your disclaimer, but you mentioned that you.
Don't be rubbing
you know,
me.
you mentioned that you know people.
Yeah, I know.
That have, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
give me at least 2 reasons why you think those people have
Okay.
cheated on their wives or their girlfriends.
Okay, I don't know about. Okay, yeah. So, I think it's a mentality thing.
Okay.
As in the stage of life that they're in. So I've got friends who, for example, when I was younger and I wasn't in a relationship out of choice, they were what I call relationship hopping.
Oh.
Right? So they were in relationship, then that finished, then jumped straight into another one, constantly in relationships. So what happens is that you become addicted to being in a relationship, and it becomes less about the person you're with and more about being in a relationship.
Yeah, okay.
So, and as that develops, it might be that you're not really compatible with the person that you're with. So when they go out, they're on the prowl. They're just out doing what they're doing and they don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? And they haven't matured to the point where they can take a step back and explore why they're feeling the way that they're feeling in order to say, actually, maybe I don't need to be in a relationship, because a relationship's a choice. Right?
Is it?
So it is a choice. You know, so why are you in a relationship if you want to go out and cheat?
Yeah,
It's a simple equation.
There are lots of people out there who don't need to be in a relationship.
You don't need to
have
do
sex.
that.
Okay.
But society convinces us that we have to be in a relationship all the time. But it's actually a choice. You don't have to be in a relationship.
Okay, so I'm gonna step back a bit because I really wanted a man's opinion on this. You remember what we did that topic about why men actually watch porn, and you said something. There's something that this person might be missing in their relationship.
Yeah.
And I think you and I had a conversation about, and you said we're hanging on so much on why it doesn't mean anything watching porn. So I don't get it.
I
find it disrespectful.
Yeah, it's almost like you were when I watched that.
Yeah.
I almost felt like you guys were linking watching porn to cheating.
Yeah.
Almost on a subconscious level.
I think all women do.
But why? So would you rather your man went out?
I didn't think.
I think it's because
and cheated.
I think
Okay, but why do you watch porn?
disrespectful.
Why do men want? Why does anyone watch porn?
Yeah, but why?
Why is the porn industry
To
one of the
satisfy-
biggest industries
Because
out there?
there's on the market.
Yeah.
There are people out there that they're
Because-
reading it.
You know what? As much as you might not agree, some of it is educational.
Yeah.
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 Because guys will talk, and a guy might say to another guy, "Oh, have you done this and you've done that?"
Yeah,
Just
some tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I've never heard of that before. I'm gonna go and watch some porn and
Yeah.
go."
Yeah.
As a young kid, kids, it's a thing.
So for
kids
someone
watch
that's
it.
on a prowl,
Yeah.
watching porn is like a tool.
Yeah, it could be a tool.
So that means
to
they
avoid-
cannot be committed in a relationship.
No.
No.
The
It
fact that
actually
they're
is the
watching
opposite.
porn, it
It's
doesn't
actually
mean
the
that they're
opposite. It could be the opposite.
It doesn't mean. I think the thing is for
Yeah.
porn. I think the thing is because we're so religious. So for us, I will say you especially. You just see it as no, it's a sin, and
I
that's
never
it.
said it was a sin.
You just see it as a sin. The Bible says you can't do that.
I did not
and that's
say-
it. So, but
Okay.
obviously, you know, it's all porn is almost like a social thing.
Yeah.
It is social.
People do it.
So
it
if
socially.
we are
I'm not saying it's right,
Yeah.
but
If
okay.
we are
It's just what we
accepting,
are today.
okay.
Yeah.
If we're accepting that porn is okay, so why can't
But
men
whether you
cheat?
accept it or not, you
Because-
what see
Hold
they
on,
say
hold
that
on,
is
Shari.
what it is.
Yeah. I
Hold
think you're not separating the mental from the physical.
Okay, so
So
what's
this is where I go back to my first comment, which is define what cheating is for you.
Exactly.
Right? Because there's mental cheating,
Yeah.
thinking stuff, but
Yeah.
people think stuff all the time. You can't control that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's chemical reactions going on in your brain. You could walk down the road and see a really physically attractive woman, and you will think things about
Yeah,
her.
Yeah.
sure.
Right? Whilst it's not appropriate, you've not done anything.
And is
so
that
are you
cheating?
guilty?
Exactly.
not necessarily.
That's the same as porn.
It's the same as porn.
Yeah.
Porn.
I know it's uncomfortable, but that's the reality. Something you mentioned. You talked about religion and
Yeah.
porn is a sin, and I don't know anywhere, and I've read the Bible. I don't know anywhere where sex is a sin.
It's adultery, isn't it?
It's
Not
adultery
sex.
that's
Yeah.
a sin.
Yeah.
So, you know, we need to, as a culture ourselves, we need to be a bit freer
Yeah.
with the fact
I
that
think
sex is
obviously-
okay.
It's when you go to
okay.
when you go to
Do you know what I
church, the
mean?
pastors will preach about it and say, you know, things like
Yeah.
porn and all that.
But
it's
I agree.
not-
I agree with Steve. As you
Yeah.
say, it's what's in your head, and as you say, you could walk down the street, see a buff guy or a sexy girl. I mean, I've passed some sexy girl, and I thought, damn, if I was a man, I would be
Get
like,
that.
whoa, you know. But then, as you say, is when now you take that mentality and then act upon it.
Yeah.
That's the difference between, as you say, sitting in front of a computer and actually watching sex.
Yeah.
It's not that you're going to go out now and start doing all that with
And
whoever
in a
your
way,
workplace,
for me,
wherever, isn't it?
I even think that the fact that someone may be watching porn, yeah, and they're not actually going out to cheat on their partners, I think
Yeah.
it's even better. I'm sorry, people
Yeah.
out there might well say that,
It's
but
true.
it's better. Would you rather come into the room and meet your husband watching porn on his laptop, or you meet him in bed with another woman? Which do you prefer?
Exactly.
Don't try to say to me it's the same thing, because
It's
it ain't.
not.
I was gonna say that. I was
Exactly.
just gonna say I
It's not.
plead the fifth.
Something, you know.
One other thing I just sorry to interrupt you. One other thing I just wanted to say is I think that the difference between men and women when it comes to sex in general, which then leads to this whole cheating thing, is that I feel, and I'm not saying every woman, so I'm not saying every man or every woman, I'm saying in general, we're more physically driven
Yeah.
Mm.
You see
than
women.
women.
Yeah.
Like women on a sexual level, from my experience, you need to have the build up, you need to
of
be
course,
romanced,
yeah.
you need to be
Temper,
put into the right mood.
Some
Or put some
women.
sexy music on, or
Yeah,
whatever it is,
yeah,
to get
romantic.
your woman there. Yeah, right?
Spend some money.
Yeah. That's just the Nigerian rules. I'm joking. But, so, yeah. So you have to do that, right? But with men,
They just
you don't
want
need
your
to
clothes
embarrass
off
me.
and hurry up, isn't it?
Just tell me, just come and start kissing me or doing what I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready at any time. So
at any
that
time.
difference is important to understand. Do you understand what I mean? So when you guys are thinking, and I get why you're thinking about porn, because you're thinking he's there mentally, feeling turned on, looking at another. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just physical gratification. He's looking at it, and that's it.
And the thing is, I think sometimes the reason why men cheat, especially maybe Nigerian men, is so you get married, as a man, you get married, and then all of a sudden you find that, oh my God, I'm stuck with this woman. I can't sleep with anybody else. And then you're thinking, okay, maybe 5-6 years down the line, you're thinking, okay, do I still have game? Can I still go out and ask a woman out? And then you do, and then the woman falls for you, and you're thinking, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? Well, I can't let this go to waste. Now, let's have it.
I applaud you. Because, like, I'm not gonna go as far as getting the physical thing, but every man likes to feel like a man. Do you know what I mean? You like to feel, just the same as you women like to be made to feel sexy or feel attractive, we need to feel like we still got it. Do you know? And if your woman isn't making you feel like that, if sometimes all you guys are talking about is problems all the time, and she's not, she's not putting in that work to, you're looking real nice today or whatever, or just wants to snog your face off because you just happen to look real good that day for her. If she's not doing all of that, and then you go out and some woman's looking you up and down, it makes you feel good. Do you know what I'm saying? It makes you feel good.
It does.
Just the same. So I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Some guys, and they talk about the midlife crisis. Because you've been in a relationship for a while, and things are still, you love your missus, but you still want to know that you can still go out there, and women are still like,
and especially when you're in the midst of friends that always do the same things like that, and you're kind of feeling like the odd one out.
There's that as well.
And so
pressure. Well, guys, we as a team wanted to bring in a man, and I hope we got that. We got it all trashed out. Thank you, Steve, for coming around. And this was really good. We can have him permanently, don't we?
We can put you on our payroll.
So until next week, but before then, guys, let us know, what are your thoughts? Why do men cheat? Is it physical? Is it not physical? Is it just sex? We'd love to hear from you. Until next week, thank you. Bye.
Bye.